Good afternoon, everyone. It is Tuesday, and it is July the 10th, and it is Bugville. Bugville, right here. Let me grab my glasses real quick. So we are back in the same park in which we go to quite often to record videos. We had a wind factor on one side again and the sun factor on the other side of the house, so we decided to come out to the park again, and here's Bugville. So welcome to Bugville.
They should name it Bugville, yeah.
Bugville. So we are changing the name of Indian Shell Mountain Park, which is a beautiful park. Just being facetious here.
It's a small park.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Beautiful park, beautiful woods, a lot of bugs. All right, so today is women's quarterfinal day at Wimbledon. A lot of solid women's matches today. And now the semifinals are set. I think as we have now covered this entire grass court season, pretty much in its entirety, right?
Yes, we have.
I mean, didn't we cover the very first grass court run-up tournament? Two of them for men and two of them for women, and then one combined, I think, and then one in Turkey.
One combined. I think the combined one was Eastbourne.
Yeah, I think it was Eastbourne right before Wimbledon started. And since that point in time, we have really tried to push men's and women's together into one show, simply as a way of making it easier for everyone that watches to fit it in and get on with their obviously busy day. So I think because of Wimbledon having all of the men and all of the women in one tournament, we've gotten down into semifinals and men's quarters. So I think we can put these together into one show. So that is the goal. There wasn't any men's action today, so I think we can do it, right?
We can. We should be able to.
Yeah, we should be able to do it. So that's the goal. So enough about that. We will review the men's schedule as it will be tomorrow for the quarterfinals. We did that yesterday, and we'll just relist them quickly at the very end. All right, so a huge, exciting bit of information for me to share with all of you, and I'm sure all of you have heard this such information. We have been covering a really gargantuan human effort to rescue some boys in Thailand. That is a soccer team that I am now to find out is called the Wild Boars. Okay, the Wild Boars.
Good game. Good name.
Yeah, great name. Awesome name. I think Wild Boars will be remembered forever. With that said, though, the last four boys came out today along with the coach. First of all, I'm going to give the Wild Boars a standing O. Great job, guys. Great job, coach, to stay in that cave for the amount of time that you did. From what I understand, the gist of you all weren't very strong swimmers or did not know how to swim. To go through the potential panic of going underwater and diving at that in such tight quarters, and to get out underneath the care of another team there, the Thailand Navy SEALs. You guys deserve a standing ovation, guys. Seriously.
I can't imagine. Can you imagine swimming that long, and especially if you can't swim?
I mean, if you're in pitch dark and you have to go a couple hours underwater or a couple of miles or a couple of kilometers and you don't even know how to swim very well and are kind of sketchy about swimming even in the broad daylight in 3 feet of water, and all of a sudden you find yourself trapped into a cave with all these Navy SEALs in here with all this crazy equipment, and all of a sudden you're being told you have to submerge yourself for a couple of hours and trust that, one, you won't freak out, two, that nothing, as being a young man, you might think there's a monster down there. You know, they might get panicked, freak out, blow their oxygen, have a heart attack. For all of these boys to make it out with their coach is, number one, an absolutely amazing feat. Number one. Number two, for the coach to stand there, and I'm surely he was the last one out. I would think so, based upon, I say, extreme courage for the coach. Okay. Also, there was a Thailandese Navy SEAL that died during this process. Another standing ovation.
Yes, definitely.
For you, and your energy will feel this one way or the other. But for you and your family and everyone where you are, to the gentleman that lost his life saving these boys, you are an absolute hero to every one of us. No doubt about it. So another standing ovation for him. The last bit of respect I'm going to shoot out there is not only, of course, for the family and the supporters and the people that brought food, and to the cousins and aunts and uncles and friends of those trapped for so many days. I read a little bit about the divers that came in from abroad to help the SEALs in a way. I think the SEALs were pretty much well trained, but I did some research on the divers and the training that they have to go to, or that they have been through. I think one of the divers started just by mere coincidence and became a really awesome cave diver, I think from England and Wisconsin. So big time stuff for these guys, but they said something that I was able to correlate with tennis. The report I read, or the interview I read, was how or what are the things that you need to have to be a cave diver, right?
Okay.
What are the things? Well, or what are the things you definitely don't want to have happen, especially when you're trying to tell 13-year-old boys to do it? One, too much adrenaline, you'll freak out. So, first thing, the diver said too much adrenaline. We don't want a lot of adrenaline in tight spaces underwater, because when adrenaline starts going, we tend to panic and we start making mistakes, and really the stuff can hit the fan, right? So think about it. You're underwater, blacked out conditions, you're a 13-year-old kid, it's dark, and you got bubbles everywhere, I would imagine. Navy SEALs everywhere, knowing if you make one mistake, you're done. Too much adrenaline means freak out, which means dangerous, right? Two, extreme focus. Now, this is something a cave diver needs to have, extreme focus, or you can die, and very quickly. Humility. You have to be very humble. You have to respect everything from your gear to your teammate to whoever you're under that water with, or one of you or both of you is going to die with zero chance of rescue. Okay? 4. Now, I'm quoting this. I'm not making these up. I'm quoting this from the divers themselves. Poise. Poise, right? How you carry yourself, your demeanor. If you're a wild child at the neighborhood tavern on the weekend and you're a butthole in the morning, I probably wouldn't want to stick you in a cave with some young men, or even yourself, and really anticipate you coming out okay, right?
Right, that makes sense.
And lastly, the best of the best stuff. Now, this is, again, a quote, I think in the military or in aeronautics, such as NASA, I think we term it the right stuff. You know, that guy's got the right stuff. In this case, the divers indicate that the best of the best stuff. So I think we're kind of in unison here, right? So, for me, I mean, an awesome story, but how can those things, keeping your adrenaline at bay, maintaining focus, maintaining humility, maintaining poise, and to have the right stuff, I think we could come up with pretty good ideas of how this fits into tennis, right?
Fits into any sport, actually.
Anything
any
in life.
Sport you do in life, yeah.
So the moral of the story is, I read that and I immediately thought of coaching our kids on the tennis court. Again, we have 5 kids and we train them daily, and I always try to tell them, stay calm, stay focused, remain humble, and I do that at home, morning, night, dinner table, whatever. Poise, and act at least like you look like the best. Don't look half butt. Don't walk around looking like a slouch. Hold your shoulders up, stuff like that. I think I read this and I immediately thought of tennis. So, hey, comment below. How can these traits of these SEALs, how can these traits of the soccer team and their coaches that were so poised to make this happen relate to tennis or in life, right? Pretty cool though, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, an ending of that current event. Awesome job for the Wild Boars and for the SEAL team and all of the supporters that helped this come out okay. Less than one life that was lost, and he himself is a hero at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm saying Wild Boars are the true World Cup champions and an honorary form. Obviously, the World Cup.
You think they're gonna ever go back into a cave after this?
I think they will be more interested in caves, and I think this experience for these boys will teach them even more poise, even more humility, even more thankfulness, even more positive energy. And I wouldn't doubt it if one of these 13 young men ends up with a career in geology and starts studying caves.
Sure. Don't you think they should have warnings, though, for next time when, you know, that rainy season comes?
Yeah, I'm sure there's some warning signs there, but hey, I think everything does happen for a reason in some way, shape, or form, whether it's energy or vibration or religion or whatever it is that we process information through. I think everything happens for a reason, and I'm sure there's a very good reason why this happened.
Sure.
Great job, Thailand. Awesome. All right, so look, I'm going to do a quick kids update, our 5 kids, and I'm going to make this brief. So we have had a couple of questions, and I've kind of I guess, tinkered around with the response of how are our kids doing. We haven't posted a kids tennis video lately. So I wanted to address that really quickly because I do have a lot of reasons behind that. So I'm going to run through those quickly, and hopefully this is not too much of an impromptu explanation, but I did think about it and actually wrote down what I wanted to say and try to get through it real quickly. So first of all 5 of our children do practice daily. Okay? They do. They practice every day. Well, we do give them an off day here and there, usually rain and so forth, and that doesn't waver. And the days that it does rain, or the days that we're like, you know, say we get up at 4:30 and we go do some of our other responsibilities and come back and it's 5 in the afternoon and it's like, okay, we have to cook. And then, so all I'm saying is sometimes we give them a day off because we just didn't find the time in the day to go out. Right. But we generally have time in every day, less the rain, to go out. First and foremost, so just letting you know that. So second of all, I felt like, and I know she didn't even know I was doing this part of the show, so I'm throwing it on her.
Oh, I don't know.
So I know she's read some of the comments. So I kind of debated upon it while she was doing the kids thing and I was doing this. So I felt a lot of the videos were becoming redundant. The same thing over and over and over and over and over again. First of all, it takes a lot of time for anybody to get better in tennis. And I think showing the same thing redundant every day, to me, got to the point where it made them look like either they weren't learning as human beings, they want to see results immediately. And that's kind of the struggle of teaching kids, especially your own kids. And 2, I think it made them look, because of how rushed we were trying to train and me filming and then everybody like, hurry up, this is all you're doing. I think it made them look below average. Or just average. And I think at this point, for my older boys, with them, one 4 years away from college and one 2 years away from college, and I know one son is good enough for maybe a Division III school already, so we thought it was in our best interest to take away some of the redundant camera time, especially from the older ones, unless it's just absolutely stellar. And sometimes it's hard to take 5 kids out, myself record, keep them all in line and discipline, film at the same time, and still put out a quality video.
Totally agree.
So that's on me in terms of that. I mean, Carla, if I asked her to do it, she would do it. She's a soldier and always has been. But I think really and truly, it got distractionary from our main goal, which is to put these kids into a college level tennis, or to be solid recreational players, or at least to have it in their pocket for the rest of their life, so they can travel anywhere and meet other tennis players.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was kind of distracting because you want to get through a lesson, and sometimes we had to record, so they were paying attention more to the camera than, you know, and actually doing the right thing and learning how to hit certain shots. So yeah, that's why we took a break.
Yeah, and we will do so again. I do have a couple more reasons, just so you can kind of feel the vibe, at least where I'm coming from, to the response to the multiple questions. 3, it's not always a walk in the park, as you can imagine, to train anyone at anything, whether it's in the classroom or whether it's the guitar room or the piano lesson or whatever it may be, how to walk, how to talk. It's not always a walk in the park. So again, we go daily. So with 5 out there, sometimes there's great days and sometimes there's really bad days, right?
Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying it's horrendous, but sometimes, you know, the kids, you know, it's too hot, or they want to, you know, bicker amongst themselves. They're just being kids. So what I found is that definitely don't want to record on those days. I mean, and you're going to win some and you're going to lose some, but on a lot of the days, they would have good days. And I would find myself trying to cram in recording, thus realizing they're having a good day. We should use this and push forward this workout instead of kind of interrupting their good day by still trying to put out the same redundant video. So I felt like I was messing up their training rhythm, per se, by interrupting the good days, which are sometimes hard to come by, with recording. And I know she'll appreciate this, because I heard her tell me this for months.
Yeah, sometimes I get frustrated with you because I'm like, geez, here we are recording again.
Yeah.
Let them just finish their workouts.
So again, please don't think that the kids aren't out and training every day. They are, and I will put out another video eventually. But I would like to see a big change from the previous set of kind of junk that we threw out there that wasn't edited per se and just kind of thrown out there to kind of get it a little bit cooler out, at least get them where it's not so hot and they're miserable and the little 2-year-old running around isn't like, all right. So I think it would be better a little bit cooler and to let them show their improvement.
They're improving.
And they're improving. So, and again, lastly, especially the 2 older boys, I know that they're getting to a point where some eyes will be on them for maybe potential college or playing at an academy here or there. So I don't want anything but the best, especially nuggets of playtime for those 2 especially. But a quick update on all 5 kids, just so you know. So our 2-year-old, little Justin Jr., was out today as always. He hit a couple of buckets, doing okay for 2, swinging the racket around. 5-year-old Gabby's doing great. Her footwork today was great. She's really picked up her pep and wanting to get to the balls,
She wants
right?
to get better, yes. She wants to start hitting the ball, which is a good thing. She wants to put some pace into it now and actually wants me to start hitting balls back and forth with her.
Yeah, and I think you've pretty much developed a consistent grip on both sides. She knows what to do. She knows her Eastern backhand grip. She knows how to hit volleys, and she's starting to put it all together. And with that said, from a stroke production perspective, she started to move her feet a lot better.
She does, yes. Well, she sees you drilling the older ones, so she knows that she's got to, I tell her, do better than they do, so she tries her best.
So yeah, you're right. I mean, she started, I've noticed, to watch me, on top of the boys. Move, go, come on, move. She's starting to see that. I think she's starting to try to emulate that.
Yes.
All right, the 9-year-old Liliana, she's definitely solid, strong, like mommy. Gabby, our 5-year-old's very tall and pretty thin, kind of as myself. But Liliana's got a lot of potential. She works hard every day with the boys sometimes as well. Right now, she's still hanging on a very inconsistent serve, and I know Carla's worked very hard on that.
Yes. Any tips out there from any coaches about helping out a 9-year-old with serves?
Yeah, I mean,
as far as consistency, because she tries to hit the ball really hard, and I tell her it's not about hitting the ball hard; it's about getting it in right now.
Yes, she knows what to do, and she can do it, say, 1 out of 5 times, 3 out of 10. Something like that. And we've kind of been at this spot with her for about 3 or 4 months.
Yes.
I mean, she's got the game. She hits a good forehand, nice backhand. She can get to the net. She was hitting good overheads today. We were moving her. 8 balls, front, left, up,
yeah,
back.
She's starting to, she can move around. She has good footwork. She's strong. She doesn't get tired, but her problem is serve.
Yeah, so it's
her biggest problem is the serve.
So, hey, any comments or nuggets about how to more expeditiously teach the 9-year-old how to finally get that serve going better than we have done? And there's some videos of her serving, so you can check those. There's videos of all the kids if you look way back, not way back, a month or 2 ago, but pardon the videos if they look kind of haphazardly done, because in all honesty, they kind of were. And having done these shows, I realize it's important to put out something quality and not kind of garbage thrown in a can.
Right.
So, anyway. The 13-year-old Chris, soon to be 14 in August, much improved. Again, he's been kind of our lights out player since he started. He pretty much wins the majority of tournaments. He enters, I think he may have played 15 tournaments and won all of them, but maybe 3, something like that.
Something like that.
So, I mean, he's the one with the trophy racks and so forth. His problem
he
is...
brags too much.
Yeah, his humility's off. His footwork has gotten a lot better. Right now, I think his only... area of improvement that needs to change before I put him back on the video is getting that. His serve's beautiful service motion. Everything's great. His first serve's inconsistent. He tries to push the second one. A lot of times it ends up like a little push ball, and I just kill it, or his brother just kills it. So we're working on that, and his strategy is pretty darn good.
Yes, it is. He thinks out there.
He thinks.
He's a thinking player.
Yeah, he's placement, and then goes from there. So he thinks, but right now that's where we're at with Chris. Jonathan, our 16-year-old, footwork still needs work. He's very fit. He's got a nice aggressive game, but sometimes on his backhand wing, he tends to not know how to get his feet into position, leads him taking an extra step or two. And if he's playing a player like myself or his mother, we tend to pick on that, and then he's not able to recover quick enough, and we just pass them on down the forehand side, and not even a very acute angle, just kind of run it up the forehand side. So his fitness is spectacular, but I think his tactics and his footwork, especially on the left wing or backhand wing or approaching the net and splitting, and also getting set on overheads, are subject. But I think Jonathan is already good enough for Division III, and again, hopefully more for him. And I know he has some interest in some different academies for college, and I know he can play at those. They don't give scholarships for sports anyway at those academies.
No.
So that's how the kids are doing. So enough about us. I just wanted to address a few questions. Obviously, you mentioned the Thailand deal, and we're going to jump right into the women's quarterfinal scores from Wimbledon. If there's any wanting to work for free cameramen out there that want to come film us coaching and training, and just say, I can feed you water and that's about it. I'm kidding. But if there's any free cameramen, hey, come film and we'll get a tennis video out quicker. All right, I'm going to check the camera. All right, so we got plenty of time to get this in one show, but I'm still going to make it kind of snappy. All right, the bugs are pretty intense, and we are kind of making ourselves not swat at bugs.
Don't swat, yeah.
All right, so today, Serena Williams, great match, by the way, beat Georgie 3-6. I was a little worried then, and then Serena finally got a little feisty. Looked like she got pretty dialed in, kind of upset a little bit. Took out Georgie the next two sets, 6-3, 6-4. Serena, I think, was a little slow starting, and then she became Serena, and it was over.
Well, I think Georgie, the first set, outplayed her. She was hitting better angles and more power and faster to the, she approached the net a lot quicker to put the points away. And I think that surprised Serena.
Yeah.
She wasn't used to that. But then the second set, and I told him, he was like, Serena might lose. I said, no. I said, to beat Serena, you have to stay on that level throughout that second set. And most players around that seeding never stay at that level. It's rare.
Yeah.
They don't.
I guess my thought, or my light bulb was the first set. She seemed a little sluggish, looked a little tired, but I don't know what got her. Looked like she got kind of upset, like okay, I'm ready now. Something got into her head, and once I saw that look, I think it was right after she lost the first set, and she gave Georgie like a long stare. She kind of stared her down. I was like, oh no, and then it was pretty routine. So great job, Serena, but hey, great job, Georgie, to be here. She was hitting lights out.
She was hitting. I like her forehand. She doesn't bring the racket as far back as most of the women in the tennis tour. I like that because it's quicker. They should teach that to more young girls. Instead of bringing that racket all the way back here and come through it. I mean, you get a lot more pop into your shots.
Yeah, she had a compact.
I love that. That's how my forehand is. I don't bring my racket all the way back.
Yeah,
there's no time for
that. She doesn't have a bunch of extra loop on that surface. There's really no time for it. This loop stuff really leads to late point of impact. So great job for Georgie. I know we'll see more of you. We've seen a lot of you already. So hey, great job for hanging in there. You look better than I've ever seen you in terms of.
She's got a lot of potential. I mean, she's a veteran now. I mean, she's been on the tour for a long time.
Yeah.
But she's got I don't know. She probably needs probably more pop on the serve, more consistency on the first serve. She did miss quite a few serves, and Serena took care of her second serve. That's where her problem was. That second serve, Serena came at her body. That's tough to deal with as a woman. Somebody coming to your body, you have to adjust, pick a side.
Yeah, and I think Serena throughout the tournament has a crazy number of like 99% of second serve she returns inside the baseline. That's a lot of pressure on anybody.
It is. It kind of pushes you back. You're at the baseline. It pushes you back and you're late.
All right. So just checking the camera again. Free cameramen. We're accepting applications for free cameramen. So the number
free cameraman.
Yeah, free cameramen. All applications accepted. So the number 13 seed Julia Georges defeated Bertens 3-6, 7-5, 6-1. Great job for both girls. Surprised again that both of them are here. Both have been around a very long time. And Georges, you made a semi-final at Wimbledon. That's awesome.
That's amazing.
That is awesome. Unfortunately, you have to meet Serena next. That's going to be a rough go. But we'll talk about that in just a moment. But great job, Georges. You've been a veteran for a long time. This is well-deserved. And good job with your ranking to be at this point as well. Bertens, great job as well. She's been around for a while too, and to make a quarterfinal and to make it 3 sets. Looks like you faded away a little bit in the third, 6-1, but that's okay. You had a great run, nothing to hang your head about.
Well, it seems like that part of the draw, they went to 3 sets, whereas the other part of the draw, they got done with their matches a lot quicker.
Yeah, great job, both girls. You should be proud of yourself. I'm proud for you. Next match, number 11 seed Kerber took out Kasatkina. You know, I'm going to let her talk about that because she actually watched that. So I'm going to let her talk about it, and I'll just give you my thought about the score.
Well, Kerber, she definitely, she outplayed Kasatkina from the first set. She had her from side to side to side to side. She had her moving. I mean, Kasatkina had her chances on the first set. She really did. She came back, broke her back, but she got broken on her serve again. She couldn't, she would chip and bring Kerber into the net, and Kerber knew how to place it. It was just, she couldn't get the strokes that she usually gets. She couldn't put the balls away on Kerber. Second set, same thing happened. Kerber, you know what? She has a great chance to win this tournament.
She does.
Serena's going to have a tough time with her. And so is Ostapenko.
Kerber has not won Wimbledon, or she has?
She has not.
She has not won Wimbledon.
Not Wimbledon. She won the U.S. Open, and
I thought Kvitova. No, that was Kvitova.
No, she won the U.S. Open, and there's something else she won.
I'm gonna check that. That's a good fact check. I thought she had 2 majors.
She has 2. I know one is the U.S. Open. Is one of the Australian?
Maybe. I think it might be. Hey, that's a Vlad's Music Box question. He is the absolute research technician. He's our free data fact checker.
Yes, but today Kerber was a lot more consistent. Kasatkina tried to end the points, but Kerber kept throwing back another one and another one and another one. When you have a high-risk player like Kasatkina, it's tough to win a match like that.
So I'm sorry I didn't see it.
It was a great match to watch, but she finished her.
So 6-3, 7-5 being the score. I look at that as, great for Kasatkina. She, again, reminds me a lot of Carla. I have my own reasons for that. But she is a tricky player, and she's a crafty player. She's not going to necessarily blow you off the court every point, but she has the capability.
She can.
She can
her
hit the ball.
forehand is solid, but it's her backhand that's weaker. A lot weaker.
So at the end of the day, good job for Kerber. I didn't really mind whoever won this match. I think I wanted Kasatkina to win it.
Me too.
But I think Kerber, based upon the score, it looks like she basically ran with it. It was close, but it looks like 6-3, 7-5, where it was a pretty consistent win, like straight through. So good job for both girls. Kerber, we're going to see more from you. Last match, Ostapenko looked very good again. Defeated a strong Cibulkova, 7-5, 6-4. Great job, Cibulkova, getting into the seeding pickle and then throwing it around on everybody and making a quarterfinal and having a decent match against a very good, solid player and Ostapenko. I think that we should be real mindful about an Ostapenko-Serena final. I mean, Kerber-Serena, yeah, we can all pretty much say that's what we think. But I think we should watch out for an Ostapenko-Serena final.
Well, Ostapenko better hold her serve with Kerber, because Kerber's going to take advantage of that. She's going to hold her serve, and Ostapenko got broken a lot in this match, and so did Cibulkova. They kept going back and forth on breaks. Here whoever can hold their serve pretty much won the match, and Cibulkova serve wasn't as solid as Ostapenko's today. Plus, you told me you saw her high toss. You're like, do you see that high toss?
Yeah,
for a short thing.
Well, I do understand she's short. So whereas a toss at the right height to get it still on the right trajectory to go over the net consistently for that small build might look taller than most tosses because she's so short. However, her toss does seem a really good deal high. Again, I don't coach her. I think if it were my student, I'd want to bring that toss down a little bit. But everything else with her game seems strong. Good for you, Cibulkova.
She did really well.
She did really well. And Ostapenko, in my opinion, I think she should have been at this point in Wimbledon before. So again, she won a French. I think it was 14.
She won a junior Wimbledon also. So
yeah, so she wins it. That's a good fact. She won a junior Wimbledon, then she wins a French, and then she kind of just leaves us for a while, and it's good to see her back. I mean, it really is, right?
Yes, definitely.
So in any event, good job, Ostapenko, and we will see you in the semifinals on Thursday. So the Thursday semifinals are set, and here are the semifinals. The first semifinal is Georgis versus Serena. Who you got?
Serena. I think she'll handle her in 2 sets. I don't see Georgie's challenging her as much as Georgie today.
Yeah, I think personally Serena takes this maybe 2-4,
and she knows that there's a record in line. She wants to win I hear a lot of commentators say, "Oh, the stars are aligning for her. This is her big chance to win another one and to tie Margaret Court." I mean, she would be dumb not to take advantage of this. All these seeds dropped, and yeah, she could definitely make it to the final. Can she win it? It'll be tough.
If Georges has a perfect day at the office, and I mean a perfect day at the office, I mean does not give a soft second serve where Serena's going to step inside the baseline and just crank it home, like what, and just annihilate it as she has done for so many years. I think if she goes for her serve first and second and say, what the heck do I have to lose anyway? Go for the serve, be aggressive, try to play Serena's game on her. In other words, serve big. Go for your shots. If not, I think it's just going to be an inevitable destroyment by Serena.
Well, didn't Serena lose to, there was a player, I'm trying to remember, an Italian player, not Panetta. There's two Italian players that, one got, I'm going to have to go back to this. I can't remember. But this player at the U.S. Open actually sliced and drop shot her and took her out of her rhythm.
Yeah, it was.
I forgot the name of the player.
It was Panetta. And
not Panetta. No.
Lad's Music Box. It was the one that won it. It was the one that won it.
No, it's the one that lost to Panetta.
Oh yeah.
In the finals.
In the final. Lad, who lost to Panetta in the finals of the U.S. not long ago. Last match, Kerber versus Ostapenko. Gotta watch it. We're running out of time, by the way. Kerber, Ostapenko. I think it's a coin toss here. I'm going to lean towards Ostapenko based upon what I've seen this tournament from her. But Kerber has been lights out too. Coin toss for me, but I think it's a Serena-Ostapenko final.
I'm going to go with Kerber-Serena on this.
Kerber-Serena. She's got Kerber-Serena. I got Kerber-Ostapenko. Men's quarterfinal action tomorrow. Federer, Anderson on court 1. First time Federer's played off court or center court in a long time.
Shocking.
Give it to Djokovic. He deserves it. He only got one match. Federer and Nadal had 4. He deserves it.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
Djokovic versus Nishikori in the next match, and that's on center court. Another court 1 match, Raonic versus Isner, and the big match of the day, Del Potro versus Nadal.
Awesome matches. I'm definitely going to watch that tomorrow.
So we got about 1 minute, so that's good. So we were able to get the men's and women's into one show. So this will be 1 of 1 today. Great job, again, to everyone in Thailand, the whole team there. Thank you all the viewers for all the likes and all the support and giving us the motivation to keep fighting it out as we have been for the past couple of weeks throughout this entire grass court season. Click a like below, subscribe below, and please comment below. That helps us do even more videos when we may have a break from tennis tournaments. So we enjoy doing it. We do it for you. So thanks again to everyone. And as Carla always says,
adios.
Adios, guys. Take care. Thanks again.